Hi there, Kelly Ackley, Remax Advantage. Wanted to talk to investors real quick, or maybe possibly you're thinking about doing a flip, right? First and foremost, I want you to know that the deals are tougher to get. You definitely need a realtor. Again, as a buyer's agent, I'm free. You pay $395 to my brokerage for all of the services that you get, and that's it. So for buyers, if you need an agent, contact me and let me do some of this legwork for you. The deals are harder to come by. We do, as professional realtors, we do sometimes get access to properties that aren't on the market yet. And that's something that's really good for my investment buyers. So anyways, if you're thinking about being an investor, this may help you. There's a couple things I wanted to mention to make sure that you know what it is. ARV is a big one, after repair value. If you were going to be looking at fixing up a house and reselling it, you want to know what that house is going to be worth before you buy it, before you put all the money into it, and before you try to sell it. So you contact me and you let me run some numbers, and that way I can say, hey, you want to spend $100,000 on this house? It's only worth $150,000 fixed up, and it needs $75,000 worth of work. You're in the red, not a good deal. ARV is not where you need it to be. ROI is another initial that you should know. ROI stands for return on investment. And there is a calculation that's pretty easy. ROI is fairly... It can be a general number depending on how long you've actually held the property and things like that. But it's a pretty good idea. So if you figure out what your net profit is, what you're going to make after we know ARV, what we think you're going to make on the house after you sell it. So all of the profit, say you think you're going to make $25,000, but the what you've had to put into the house, the total investment, you need to make sure that those numbers correlate, right? You don't want to be in the red. So we take the net profit, divide that by the net investment, the total investment that you've put into the house, or what you expect to. Of course, these are preliminary numbers. So depending on what the contractor has said the house needs, or the designer, or the landscaper, or whatever, you take that the net profit, divide it by the total investment, and then multiply it by 100. So that's going to give us an idea of what percent you're going to be at as far as in the red or the black, how much money you're going to be making, and if those numbers work for you. Cap rate is another one. That one's used a little bit more for landlords and commercial purposes like that, if you're going to be leasing some property out as an investor. Instead of selling it, you rent it. So cap rate, you want to find out what the actual operating expenses are, the net operating income, and you want to divide that by the current property value. You can use purchase price, but if you bought it 5 years ago, that property value is going to be different than what you spent on it 5 years ago. So it's really best to just do the current property value. And again, that's something that I can help you with. So the net operating income is going to include taxes, insurance, maintenance, repairs, all of those things as a landlord that you would incur by holding that property. And then you divide it by the property value. And cap rates, we used to always want to get 10% cap rates. That's where we wanted to be. 6-7% cap rate is a little bit more realistic, but it has to work for your money. So I don't know. Something real quick. Again, call me. I know these numbers sometimes can be confusing, but there are ways for us to find out before you purchase if it's really a good deal. So let me do some of that legwork for you. Have a great day.